I grew up in Oakland, California, to a middle-class family. My stepdad, I always got to break it in with this.
You got to go with the real dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
You know,
we studied the cult leaders
right,
now.
exactly.
Shout out to him.
So my biological father was he was a survivor of the Jim Jones story. So he was in the Jonestown massacre, and the only reason he lived because he was security on the boat.
Oh,
he didn't have to come off the boat.
Right.
But what he did was he had my mother. He had me by my mother, but he had another family on the side.
On the island?
No, just on the side. He had another girlfriend or wife and daughter.
Oh.
So he tried to get them all to come with him. My mother, she had a hardcore father. He was like, you ain't going over there with that white man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what? You going over what? And so he took his other family. They died.
Oh,
they drunk the Kool-Aid.
Damn.
Yeah, and so he survived. So I only seen him in my total life about maybe 4 or 5 times. And that was his claim to fame.
Of course.
Oprah, go pick up the movie. I'm about to get rich, son.
I'm the survivor of your life.
Let me get a few hundred.
Yeah. Let me get some. Daddy, can I get a couple dollars? Can I get a loan?
Exactly.
I ain't paying it back.
Exactly.
So that was his claim to fame, like he really was structured, but you just was on the boat, nigga. You was back there, you drunk the Kool-Aid too.
Exactly. He would have died too with him. And so, so that was my birth. So my stepfather was with my mother since I was 2.
Okay.
And that's my little brother, father. But, so middle class.
Yeah.
I got the dressing and the money and the cars from them.
Okay.
My mother had Mercedes. They had at least 5 cars at a time.
Yeah.
And we lived in a pretty bad area.
Okay.
You know, but we had the nicest house and, you know, everybody knew we played with them pistols. Pops had about 50 guns, and, you know, so we never did get messed with. And everybody respected me because they knew, just like you, they knew when they seen a star.
Right.
They was like, if you have any problems, you come get us. You don't trip.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And so, which I didn't have it in me. I was born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So grew up. I had an older brother. He was my God.
Right.
He was 4 years older than me, immaculate. I'm talking ways, just I've never seen a man so perfect.
There's a cold guy.
So I thought, right?
Right.
So he was the perfect man to me. If he had any problems, I dealt with it.
Most definitely.
So life was crazy. We had my little brother. He was, what was that kid name that was born? Like Damien, the devil kid.
Child, yeah.
That's my little brother to this day. And he was born, and the whole dynamic of the family shifted. Me and my older brother hated his guts.
Right.
You know what I mean? He didn't get whoopings. We got beatings. My mother. So what messed me up, and I just realized this maybe a year ago, what messed me up was my mother pulled a pistol on me as a kid.
Right.
Because my little brother lied on me, and she believed him, so she whipped out a .38.
Yeah.
Point blank to my head. And I was about 12, I want to say, 11, 12.
What your brother lie on you about?
So he said I had touched him.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was babysitting him, and she came home. He was like, he touched me. He hit me. He touched you.
Right.
Like she had some trauma about that or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And she rushed to her room, got the .38 special, and whipped it out. And when she did it, I ran up under my bed.
Right.
Like tuck and rolled, like it was an earthquake of fire or something,
right?
Get
up out of there.
God saved my life. She was going to squeeze. I seen it in her eyes. And the phone rang. God made the phone ring. Phone rang. I jetted out of there almost butt naked. Just had on my dun-dun-dun Speedo.
That's it. Little Supermans.
So I ran to my friend's house damn near naked, and it was begging them to let me stay there. And his mother was like, nah, I got to send you back.
Right. So
that messed up the dynamic. Our relationship was over. And this woman I would have killed for before this guy was born.
Yeah.
You know, and my childhood after that was dark because I used to think about killing up the whole house all the time. Yeah. So I understand how kids whack their parents and
Especially
shit.
the white ones, they go do it. So you black, you just thought about it.
Yeah.
The white ones go do it.
Because it just didn't end there. Once I ran away, came back the same day. You know how we are as young boys. We have our hands in our pants, sleeping.
Yeah, Al Bundy style.
She would come 2, 3 in the morning, whip the cover back, get your hands out of your pants, and beating them. Like,
damn.
Yeah, it was extreme, bro. And so I used to think about killing up everybody in the house all the time. So what happened was I started shooting dice a lot. That was my hustle.
Yeah.
I was eating, right? So one time I got caught shooting dice, and I had like $1,000 in ones.
Yeah.
And so they called her to the school. I was in junior high. And they called her to the school and said, I never heard this saying, this boy got enough money to choke a horse. Right?
That's a lot of cash. Yeah. That's a lot of green.
Exactly.
A lot of hay.
Yeah. And so she rushed up there, and I ran away for a month. I went to my cousin's house, ran away for a month. When they finally caught up with me, I had to go to like juvenile hall. And right then, my nuts started hanging out. She came. We had to do psychiatry. You go to a psychiatrist, and I was calling her all type of to her faces and everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. At that point, she was scared of me.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And so I became something of a loner at that point.
Yeah.
My older brother, like I say, 4 years. He was older than me 4 years, so he was doing his own thing. And so, bam, went to high school, played sports, football, wrestling, track. Was captain of football, wrestling, track, went all city in every sport.
Yeah, baller.
3.83 overall GPA. So everything was going. I loved school. I know people that say they hated school. Yeah. I was dressed like this, fitted every day. Yeah. You know what I mean? I wanted to show off my clothes every day. And I was in the newspapers and senior class president. So another dark period hit my life when it was January 1993. I was running track. It was track season.
Yeah.
After Christmas, we hadn't heard from my older brother in a couple of days, which was odd.
The one you idolized, right?
All right. Yeah, he was at Cal Poly St. Louis Obispo on a full electrical engineering scholarship.
Oh, damn.
Oh, this was valedictorian, 4.5 student. Damn. Yeah. And so we didn't hear from him, and my mother, come 35 years later, she knew it happened, but she lied to me for 35 years. So she was like, she told me she was worried about him. She been trying to call. He haven't answered. She sent the police to the house. They went one time, didn't hear nothing. She sent them again, kicked in the door. He killed himself.
Oh,
so that sent me down a dark spiral because she was like, no, he ain't killed himself.
Right.
Somebody could have did that, his roommate or something. But come 35 years later, he called her, told her he was going to do it, and he hoped that her and her baby son go to hell.
Damn, he said that before he did it.
Yeah.
So she knew that the whole time.
Whole time, bro.
And she told you guys, like, she just figured something else happened.
Yeah. So that ruined my life.
Wow.
Because this was who I looked up to, and I'm thinking somebody killed them.
Right. So now you're on a rampage.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm questioning God because I was a youth pastor, and, I had my own Sundays where I preached, so I went dark.
Of course.
And so I went into college with this darkness, full academic athletic scholarship to Fresno State. I was senior class president in high school. I was, like now, how we are now.
Same thing.
I was a star.
Right. Always been that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Have no fear, Mr. Organic is here. This is Organically Speaking. Anybody out there want to do partnership, sponsorship, clothing brand marketing, water, energy drink placement, whatever you want to be a part of Organically Speaking or Mr. Organic as a brand, hit me up at ballernothingelse@yahoo.com. That's my email, or DM me directly at Mr. Organic on Instagram. That's MR Organic with a K instead of a C, one word straight across, and we're going to get that promo game through the roof. 3 ya.